Hey guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Welcome to the stream. We're trying something a little bit different today. We are live streaming on both Twitch and YouTube, so thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it. So what's everyone's thinking regarding the new Blood Angels from Cass? Everyone thinks the pants. That's what everyone thinks. I say yes, they took a nerf, but for the good of the game, it was a very, very good change. How nice is the new book? It's a very nice book. I love the new cover, absolutely fantastic. The artwork in it is beautiful. Yeah, look. You got the Sanguinal and the Sanguinary Guard. You got Mephiston, Death Company. There's some really nice stuff in here. Fantastic artwork. Look at that, man. Look at how awesome the Sanguinary Guard are. Absolutely awesome, man. So cool. Astaroth, Lamartes. I love that this is monochrome with a hint of red in it as well. Mephiston. Captain Tycho. Gabriel Seth. Looks sweet, can't wait to get mine. It's a really, really cool book, Alex. Strats seem underwhelming. Yeah, but it's the same as any other. Like, even the Space Marine Codex's strats were underwhelming. The Death Watch strats were underwhelming. And the reason that they're underwhelming is because in 8th edition, people built their armies around entire gimmicks of certain stratagems and things. In 9th edition, they are vastly moving away from that. The stratagems as a whole for all of the new books are, this will help you out a little bit, but you don't need to revolve your army around it. I don't know how much they have changed yet. What are the biggest changes? Every stratagem changed. All the warlord traits are practically different, barring speed of the Primarch, which is a little bit better. The sighting powers all changed. The relics aren't the best. You've got the Death Company upgrades for captains and lieutenants now. They're lost, and they can use Death Visions. From the index, though, none of the data sheets actually changed. Is it possible to do a Sanguinal with nothing but Sanguinary Guard? Yes. Sanguinary Guard are elites, and Sanguinal is a HQ, so you would just run a Vanguard detachment. I ordered this Blood Angel Codex with a load of Battle Force boxes from the Outpost. I hope they honour the order and can do it. Justin was given a grand total of 5 Battle Forces. Out of all of them. That's all he was given. He didn't even get any dice, which was terrible. I had to order me dice directly from GW, which was terrible. Do love the depth of the Lost and Death Visions. They're okay. Do you still get the same amount of attacks on the charge with the Death Company? Nothing changed in this book from your PDF, Alex. Not a thing. Death Company get all the same amount of attacks that they get in the PDF that came out when the Space Marine book came out. Let's just go back. Where are we at? Death Company. Two attacks each, right? +1 for Shock Assault, +1 for Black Rage, +1 for Chainsword, +1 for Savage Echoes if you're on turn 3. 5 attacks each. I missed the dice, gutted, really want the set. Anyone has a spare set. I had to go directly to GW because they didn't even allocate Justin any. I got very lucky with GW. Like, I was desperate for it. I never buy the GW dice. Never. And I was just like, I want Blood Angel dice. So, yeah. But yeah, a lot of people aren't happy with this book because everyone feels like it's nerfed. It is, but that's the way the game is going, folks. Like, it's the way it is. There's things that help you, not things that are like, oh, I'm going to build my entire army around that stratagem because it's amazing. They are sold out on there as well. Justin didn't get any at all. I want some Death Guard dice. They came out quite a while ago, I think. The same happened with Blood Bowl. Justin was given 1 copy of Blood Bowl. 1 copy. And he's the biggest store in the Northeast. Like, that's preposterous. That's all he got. So if anybody does have questions, I'm more than happy to answer these. If anybody does want to ask, I will be working on a commission tonight. And for those of you that are following along over on YouTube, please make sure that you're following us on Twitch. We don't normally stream to YouTube. We don't normally stream on a Saturday night either. But this is a one-off. Go and give us a follow on Twitch. We stream Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays on Twitch. The reason I'm streaming tonight is because I missed Tuesday and Thursday because I wasn't very well. And I had to review this and film a game. The game for this book will be uploaded in the morning, by morning, because my internet is terrible now in the new house, and I can't upload whilst I stream, and an upload of a 90-minute video takes 6.5 hours. Yeah. We only just started, Dave. Which other star, standout units and stratagems for the Blue Angels Codex? Sanguinary Guard is still the best. Stratagems... they're all a bit naff. I say they're naff. They're okay. Angel Sacrifice is very good. So if your character is in combat with something, you can force that unit to have to attack that character and nobody else. That's pretty cool for 1 CP. Visions of Sanguinius, you can use 2 of the new Death Visions. Lucifer Pattern Engines gives you an auto 6 advance. Red Rampage is okay, but it's not the same as what it was. It basically now gives you an extra 1 AP if you roll a 6 to wound. Good day, lads. Hello, Justin. Hope you're well. Can you still get Mephiston up the board like you could before with Wings and Quickening? Yes. The sight powers did change slightly though. So Quickening just allows you to re-roll advance and charge rolls. It doesn't give you +3. Wings of Sanguinius is now a casting value of 6. It only gives you the fly keyword for the psychic phase, but it allows you to make that 12-inch move with the fly keyword. So you don't get the +3 to charge from Quickening, but that's because you get the +1 Blood Angel thing now as well. Any rules to give Death Company assessors? If you mean Intercessors, nothing changed with the data slates compared to the PDF that's already out. Biggest complaint is the mobility they lost. I do think that all of 9th edition codexes will follow suit of the likes of Deathwatch, Space Wolves and Blood Angels. Less gimmicks. I agree. But don't forget the board is also smaller. It's also about controlling objectives. And whilst Upon the Wings of Fire is good, it was perhaps too good. It was a very, very good strat, and it was one that everybody always used, and it was a gimmick. Redeploy your Smash Captain, redeploy your Smashy Face unit. Charge with an 8-inch charge, but then of course you combine that with Descent of Angels, meant that you had an 8-inch charge on 3d6 on turn 1. That is what they've getting rid of. Assault Intercessors. Yeah, Death Company Assault Intercessors are still a thing. They are exactly the same as what they are in the PDF. None of the actual data slates changed from the PDF at all. You just got the stratagems, the warlord traits, the relics, and the psychic powers. So, yeah, and then of course they fleshed it out a little bit with the Flesh Terror stuff as well. You've got a couple of relics, a couple of strats, and a couple of other bits and pieces in there for them as well. So, I will still take questions on that, but I am doing some painting tonight. Make sure that you do follow us on Twitch, so that you can keep up with all of our hobby streams. Do they get, like, Ast chainswords? Assault Intercessors come with Astartes chainswords. Hi Daniel, hope you're well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Mitch coming in with that horse. Thank you very much, Mitch. Oof. That's a bit caked up there on me needle. You wouldn't think I actually clean this after every session as well. What's the commission? You've Rain, the Vizark, and the Incarn, but I haven't built the Incarn yet because. But can Assault Intercessors be part of Death Company yet? No, because Assault Intercessors have to be troops, whereas Death Company Intercessors are exactly the same as what they were before. So you either equip them with all Assault Bolters, all normal Bolters, or all Stalker Bolters, or all Chainswords and Heavy Bow Pistols. It's exactly the same as the PDF that they put out a month ago. Well, I might actually do that Flesh Terror army I've been thinking about. Cheers, mate. Thanks for the Q&A. Not a problem, why not? But yeah, nothing changed from the PDF, Justin. Everything is exactly as it was. But they don't cross over yet. So, in the lore, Death Company Intercessors are literally Intercessors that have fell to the Black Rage and crossed over. They've painted their armour black and they're then inducted into the Death Company. But the Assault Intercessors still haven't. Yes, all Intercessors and any Marines any Primaris Marines that fall to the Black Rage get inducted into the Death Company. So if it was, for example, an Aggressor Marine and he fell to the Death Company, they would put him in Intercessor armor, paint it black, and say, "There you go, boy. Get yourself out on the field." Oh, and now my nozzle is blocked. They only updated some rules on the 1 or 2 name characters from the index supplement. He'd become a just Intercessor though. Yes, he would. But then obviously he would choose to then obviously join a squad of Assault Bolter Death Company. Well, he wouldn't choose, he'd be told. Either Assault Bolter, Bolt Rifle, Stalker Bolter, or Chainsword and Bolt Pistol. Yeah, the rules themselves didn't change properly. Only very minor wording change, like the Sanguinary Priest's ability. The wording was amended ever so slightly on that. Not a Death Company heavy intercessor, right? No, because they're in Gravis armor. Like I said, the data slate is exactly the same as what's in the PDF. So you can kit them out with any of those 4 combinations. One model may take a combat weapon. I think it was. Like I said, it's exactly the same as what it was. Law doesn't reflect the rules, seemingly. But it's no different to any other edition where you've never had a Death Company Terminator. You've never had a Death Company Biker. Do you know what I mean? Like, nothing's any different. It's just, he's the Primaris version of Death Company. Come on. I should have done this before I started, really, shouldn't I? We've never had Primaris either. Oh, also that camera's just gone very, very blue. Oh, it's just the colour adjust, that's odd. What do you mean we've never had Primaris? Is Death Company Assault Intercessors? No, it's Justin over on YouTube. He's asking about the Assault Intercessors. And I'm saying that the Death Company Intercessor War Scroll allows them to be kitted with either of the 3 bolt rifles or with an Astartes chainsword and heavy bolt pistol. And I think he's questioning why there isn't any Death Company heavy intercessors. Well, Primaris are a new thing to the Astartes and the Blood Angels specifically. Right. Yes, Mitch, it was Death Company Assault Intercessors I was after. So basically, I'll be after a box of Assault Intercessors, and I will then be buying a Blood Angel upgrade sprue. Because the normal Intercessors with the upgrade sprue, I technically already have because I converted them ages ago. When Blooded Baal came out. And they are actually charging more for 5 Intercessors and the Blood Angel upgrade sprue than if you buy them separately. So I've got 10 armed with bolt rifles already. But it's 10 with chainswords and bolt pistols I'm looking to build. Come on. This is really annoying as there's a lump of paint in the end of this and I can't get it out. So what's your feeling about Dante now not going to cross the Rubicon? I believe the reason he hasn't crossed is because he's too valuable and it's too much of a risk. He's an old man. From what I understand, he wants to die. And, you know, fair enough. My friend Test played Blood Angels updated rules. He used Flesh Terrors, me Death Guard. Oh, nice one, Daniel. Come on. But yeah, he's basically, again, from what I understand, because I struggle to read a lot, so unfortunately I only, like, understand bits and pieces that I see online in that. The whole reason he didn't cross the Rubicon is because he was too valuable an asset to Guilliman, because he's basically the commander of the North. And they couldn't afford to lose him. Whereas Mephiston, I understand that he apparently went a bit nuts, killed a few librarians with like a psychic blowout that he kind of had. And essentially they said, right, let's put him through that, because if he dies, oh well, never mind. If he comes through it, great. So that's put the rumour of Sanguinius being reborn in Dante when he crosses the Rubicon, like a lot of people were saying. Well, if he... I mean, he could do, but it's not in this book. Obviously, we would get a new Dante model, if that was the case. He's unleashed a bloodstorm in Mephiston. Again, I don't know. That's only bits and pieces that I've seen online. Unfortunately, my reading ability kind of sucks a bit. Right, here we go. Put the book behind me because I don't want to get any overspray on it. Harry, how long can you keep paint in the airbrush before you have to clean it out and add more? Not long. Not long. As soon as it... Well, really, you shouldn't let it settle. 10-15 minutes tops. I would clean it out because even if you keep the same colour in it, Alex, it will dry. It will dry out. But yeah, it will dry out if you leave one colour in. Right, thanks. My first test, it looked like it was drying out fast. How much were you doing? And what colour? So, for example, I would... See, I had 30 Space Marines in front of me. I'd probably do all 30 in one colour and then clean it out. When you say leave it, as long as you're adding more paint to it or it's thin enough, it's fine. But if you're like leaving that in and then putting it down and then doing something else for 15 minutes, I wouldn't leave it in the bottom like that for 15 minutes is what I meant. Black and just messing around with it on paper. No, as long as you're actively painting, it should be fine. I hate how much light putting kitchen roll down detracts from my camera. So, does anyone have any other questions regarding the rules? Because my lore sucks. Yeah, if anyone has questions regarding the rules, I'm more than happy to go over them. I know Daniel mentioned the updated the lore on the Rubicon. I haven't had a chance to read the lore. It will take me quite a while to read it. When I read stuff, it doesn't necessarily sink in. So I tend to have to read stuff a couple of times, really, read it slowly to try and absorb it. The Rubicon is at the moment 60% survival rate instead of 30 it was before. Ah! So there we go. That's the base reds done. Now we'll do the highlight red. Hey Rubble Raider, how you doing, man? Hope you're well. Thank you very much for tuning in. So yeah, anyone got any more questions regarding the rules from the Blood Angel supplement? I'm more than happy to answer questions on the rules. Doing awesome, thanks. Just had a big rejig of hobby space and rooms, so feeling very refreshed. Did I miss out on the most of the supplement stuff? There is an entire video on the YouTube channel covering the entire book, but if you have any specific questions, I've got the book here with me and I can certainly answer them for you. That's not a problem at all. Oh, nice. Is that what the upload was? I saw it earlier but haven't had a chance to watch it. Yes. I'll check it later. You didn't miss anything in the stream, really. We haven't covered much at all. It's mainly a hobby stream, but I've got the book here to answer people's questions if they have any, so... What's your general thoughts on it? Is it leaning more towards the fluff like we've seen in the Necron Codex? I don't know much about the fluff because I really struggle to read, so I haven't read the fluff. But the stratagems and stuff do lean into the fluff a little bit more. For example, the death visions on the Death Company captains and stuff like that. Only the Sanguinary Guard being able to heroically intervene, things like that. It is cool. It's definitely a notch in power down from what the 8th edition book was, but I feel for the good of the game it's a very good change. And that many pre-game stratagems is updated points now instead of command points. Yeah, that's definitely a thing. mainly for Space Marines, which Blue Angels didn't have access to. But now the pre-game points price is that Death Company upgrade rather than it being a stratagem. I was expecting it to be the case. It's good to see them addressing some of the broken strategies and combos. Yeah, exactly. So a lot of people are crying that Descent of Angels isn't a 3d6 charge anymore. And the fact that upon the Wings of Fire, you deploy them the following turn. And the reason that they've changed those is so you can't upon the Wings of Fire turn 1 and then roll a 3d6 charge needing 8 with your Smash Captain that's Death Visioned up with Red Rampage to get an extra d3 attacks. It's gone. I'm really hoping the BT get some love as That's My Chapter. They should do. They should do. Dun 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 dun. What were the main changes to Death Company? Nothing. Not a thing changed from the PDF. We all know Blood Angels are the best Space Marines. They can't change them too much. Yeah, none of the characters or anything or the units changed from the PDF. It's just that this has got all the stratagems, the relics, the psychic powers and stuff like that in here. There we go. That's all the airbrushing I needed on them. Does anyone know which book in fact, I'll just go on the GW website. I was going to say which book the pictures of the Ynnead characters are in. I think it'll be Blood of the Phoenix, won't it? Sanguinus is easily your favourite Primarch, but I can't love any chapter more than my Angry Purging Templars. Yeah, man, I hear ya. Alright, let's just have a quick look in Blood of the Phoenix. Phoenix Rising, rather. Oh. So, as much as this is a commission, there's a very specific colour scheme that Jordan was after. So the Vizark's armour is actually red anyway, with a blue cloak. Let's have a look at the rest of Jordan's pictures. So mostly bone. Right, so I'm going to let your vein dry properly, but I'm going to do work on the Vizark first. Properties. There we go. How do you take on commissions? I do some commissions, Ben. Mainly just characters and odd pieces. A new Eldar range update is about the only thing that will pull my attention temporarily away from AOS. Really love the models you're working on. Thank you. These are for Jordan, one of my Patreons. But yes, Eldar desperately need an update. And I wish they would just hurry up and release some actual Ynnead models. And like the fact that Eldrad and Janzar still aren't allowed in a Ynnead list is ludicrous when they are part of the Ynnead law. But yes, Ben, I do take on some commissions. Like I said, mainly characters or individual pieces, not like collections or armies. So yeah, for anybody that is interested, I have edited a Blood Angel battle report with the new book. It will be getting uploaded after the stream. Unfortunately, I can't upload and stream at the same time because my internet sucks. I'm really hoping that the Orc Codex we see some love for the lesser known clans Snakebite player, and we are super underrepresented. A lot of people love snakebite. Cara, one of the she used to be a Patreon. She absolutely loves snakebites, but they just don't get represented enough. And it is a shame, because like the Death Skulls rule is just so much better than the snakebite one, and like the Bad Moons one is pretty good, and even Goff's is decent. But the snakebite one just gets pushed to one side in favour of the others. Anyone know if there is a new Orc box set due out? Nope. I'm doing a huge project at the moment with converting a whole Snakebite army, so I'd love to see them get some better rules. I'd play them regardless, but the love would be appreciated. Is it just the ones out now, or any more due? Nobody knows. Literally whatever's revealed on the Warhammer community page is what everyone knows. They teased the model, but we don't know if it's a new kit or a new character. Yeah, could be the new boys kit. Do you ever watch Striking Scorpion 82? Have you met him in real life? He never shows his face ever. I have seen Striking Scorpion's face once in a battle report that he did a long time ago with Dave from Mini Wargaming. But yes, I started watching Striking Scorpion 82 about 7 years ago, maybe just over 6 years ago, because I started watching him right at the end of 6th edition, literally as 7th came out. Dallinair also, hey, just stopped by. How's things? Hi, Dallinair. Things are good. We filmed a game with Soran's list of Stormcast, and Lucy used the Hydra. I have started to edit it, but obviously the Blood Angel book came and we kind of had to push that to the front of the queue. So the next battle report that will be out, I'm hoping to get it up by Monday or Tuesday for Patreons. And YouTube members, will be Stormcast versus Snakes. I love the look of them. Wait there. I'm going Orcs for my second army, 90% sure. A Striking Scorpion sounds like David Beckham. It looks like a cool model though. Super dynamic poses. Orcs are great fun, man, and one of the best communities. Oh yes, absolutely. That's why Lucy plays them. She used the kill tank in today's game actually, and let me tell you, the kill tank, awesome. Chapter Master Valrak, how the hell are you doing? Managed to get your book? Yes, mate. I've had it. I think Tuesday it came, and I just didn't have time to film, edit, render, and upload The battle report. It's done. I just need to upload it, but I can't upload while I'm streaming because my new internet is crap. Currently green stuff and magnets to the bottom of an entire Blood Angels army. Why? But yes, Valrak, how the hell are you doing? Sucks. Yeah, I used to have 20 meg upload. Now I've only got 5. So, like, an hour and 45 video used to take 100 minutes, 90 minutes to upload. Now it takes like 6 or 7 hours. Does a book have a lore page on the new chapters? Let us take a look. So, what have we got? Introduction. Heritage of Sanguinius. Exemplars of the horse. So you've got your Sanguinary priests. Sanguinary guard. Brother Cabulo. It talks about the Floor. The Death Company. Astaroth. Lamartes. Ordering of the Host. Moving away from Form 1s. Is your new house in the sticks? No, it's in Sunderland City Centre. Or it's on the outskirts of the town. My old house was in a tiny mining village, so I would have expected the internets to be the other way around. Not going to buy it if it doesn't. What have we got? Chapter Master Cyrus Vitalian. I don't know who that's about. Chapter Master Cyrus Vitalian felt the heavy ceremony of his left greave lock into place. Cruor Blades, Space Marines chapter. Cruor Blades. Commander Dante. Mephiston, Lord of Death. Captain Tycho. Flesh Tearers, of course. Gabriel Seth. It's got successor chapters, if that's what you're after, Valrak. Oh, they are the Knights of Blood wannabes. Fair enough. That is it. So we've got the Angels in Carmine, the Angels Sanguine, Carmine Blades, Lamenters, Angels Vermilion, and Blood Drinkers, all the popular ones. We've got Knights of the Chalice. There's the Crew Raw Blades. So they are a soft grey, probably Dawnstone, with the red arms and helmets. We've got the Blood Dragons, Flesh Eaters. We've got the Blood Scythes, which are very close to White Scars. Sable Knights, which are black with red backpacks, helmets, and arms. Atlantean Spears, which are like a turquoise. Angel's Penitent, which are... It's hard to see on the camera because I've zoomed out, but they've got like camo on them. If you can see, it's like a brown red, like Val Gorbach red. So yeah, that's cool. Other than that double page Valrak, I don't think there's much else. There's the heavy intercessor though. And then there's one of the multi-part eradicators with his helmet. Detailing of all the companies, of course. Really useful boxes, what you went for. Fair enough. There's a couple of more examples of them as well. The successor chapters. And then the rest's all just the normal rules, really. Gotta go. No worries, Elias. Thank you very much for tuning in, man. So we are back to painting. Thanks, mate. No worries, man. Thanks for stopping by. I was a bit disappointed. So my local, right, Valrak, Battle Bunker, he's a massive, massive store, right? His store is physically bigger than like a lot of others that you see. It's not bigger than Element, but his store is, for example, it's bigger than the Outpost, and stuff like that. But he put his order in for the Christmas boxes and all the Blood Angel stuff and that, right? 18 minutes after he got his distributor email on Monday morning, right? But because his sales rep was on holiday, his order didn't get picked up until Wednesday, by which point they went, oh, all the Battle Forces are sold out. He got 5, and they weren't even the good ones. Everyone had it. Element got less than 100 per box. Justin got 5 boxes all together. He got 1 copy of Blood Bowl last week. 1 copy, and he's the biggest store in the Northeast. Such a shame I was going to get the Necron one off him. Yeah, exactly, Valrak. Exactly. He didn't get any Blood Angel dice. He was only given 5 gladiators. Now, I'm just going to clean my brush, actually. I don't know if you've seen Valrak, right? But, right. Here we go. Where are we at? No, that's a podcast. There we go. Videos. Where am I at? Channel. So he's the kind of stock that he's got, Valrak, right? Where do I flip the camera around? But I'm not even going to flip it around, you can just have a look. But I'll definitely flip it around in a few minutes. Like, this is how much he shifts, Valrak. Because he's the biggest store in the Northeast. Past the Outpost in Sheffield, right? Justin is the biggest store around. So here, I'll walk you around properly here. So he's fully stocked paint rack. There's all of his Sigmar stuff. Warcry. He's still got Blackstone Fortress in the bottom there. Titanicus, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, Middle Earth, Aeronautica, Kill Team. Right, there's his starter sets, Codexes, a lot of the new Necron stuff. This was filmed like 3 weeks ago as well. That store looks amazing. This is my local. This is who sponsors the channel. And he was given 1 copy of Blood Bowl and 5 Battle Forces altogether. Not 5 of each, 5 altogether. So he didn't even get 1 of each. Look, he's got Army Painter stuff in as well. He's got Marvel Crisis Protocol, Star Wars Legion, loads of Warlord game stuff as well. Wait till I turn around, and bearing in mind nobody can game at the minute. That's his reserve stock there. That's his reserve stock. Right? There was his delivery on the table just there. But wait till I spin round as well. This is reduced tables because of COVID as well. Obviously, nobody can game at the moment. He normally has, I think, 16 tables downstairs, and he's got another 8 tables upstairs. He normally runs about 30 to 36 man tournaments before COVID hit, and they sell out within like an hour or two. But there we go. Where am I going back? Streaming. That person should have a talking to. Massive shop, mate, that sucks. Yeah, it is suck. We have a club which is the biggest in the country. They take orders half a month before the pre-orders because of scalpers. Yeah. I didn't even know there was. That is downstairs. There's an upstairs with another 8 tables. But yeah, like, what's he supposed to do, Valrak? Like, we're in tier 3, right? Which means he's not allowed people in for another 2 weeks, right? How's he supposed to make money if they only send him 1 copy of Blood Bowl? Why is it fair that he gets 5 box sets, right? Not even 1 of each, because somebody doesn't pick his order up when his sales rep is on holiday. It's mental. It's absolutely mental. I buy everything from Justin, right? Because I support me local, and I had to order me dice from Games Workshop because they told him there was none available for him on Wednesday when his guy got back off holiday, despite the fact that he probably got his order in before most other people, but because nobody looks at it until he gets back on Wednesday. Sounds like that branch of GW couldn't run a piss up in it. Mate, it's terrible. Like, he is a single person shop, right? He's got no employees. He relies on his tournaments to make money, right? He can't run tournaments because of COVID. So, he relies on his sales. But how's he supposed to sell stuff if he can't even get it? Does he stock any Vallejo or Reaper paints? No, he does not. He has considered the Vallejo paints. I think, obviously, with how much he's not making at the moment, because he can only rely on his sales. And let's face it, sales don't make you money. They don't. By the time he offers discount, offers postage and stuff, and then by the time he pays his VAT, like, he's not making a lot of money per £100 worth of models that he sells. And to be basically stuck with 1 copy of Blood Bowl. 1 copy. A sales rep that goes on holiday when the yearly sales peak is about to happen. Yep. But then for nobody to pick up the slack, though, that's the thing that I don't get. Like, why doesn't another sales rep take over? And go, alright, yeah, Justin's a big spender normally. He has 3 of everything in stock. Everything that GW will allow him to stock, he has like 3 of. In stock, on those shelves. And you can message him and go, Justin, can I have that? And he'll go, yep, I'll get it in the post for you. And like, we have got a reasonable Blood Bowl scene here. It's not massive, but I wouldn't say it's a couple of people. And like, he's got 1 copy. Now, look at it this way, right? Where can they go on holiday? Well, exactly, Valrak. But when you look at it another way, right? How many people will go to Justin and go, right, I want me Blood Bowl, I want this team, I want this dice, I want that book, I want that case. Justin goes, sorry, I haven't got Blood Bowl in. oh, okay, I'm going to go and order from Element or Goblin. And then they just go, right, I'll have Blood Bowl, I'll have this, that, and the other. Justin's then missed out on all them little sales as well. Because he can't deliver the full order for people. It's just, it's mental. I remember when I first walked in and saw how much he had and was blown away. Bigger than most... Mate, bigger than every GW shop around here. I've been to the Darlington store, I've been to the Durham store, the Metro Centre store, the Sunderland store, the South Shields store, and the Middlesbrough store. Right? That is all of the shops within probably 30 miles nearly. And they just don't compare to Justin. They don't. And like the next biggest place that I can think of, right, is you've got Common Ground Games up in Scotland, which they hold a lot of big events, right? And then as you head south, you've got the Outpost at Sheffield. That's an hour and a half, 2 hours away. He is the biggest shop around here. I bought an Admech army with Justin yesterday. He didn't have what I wanted, so switched to something else instead. Fair enough. But like, anything that he can stock, he will. But like, how is he supposed to get stuff in if Games Workshop won't give him the allocation? Like, why do small shops get 2 of everything? Because they ordered first. I'm not saying that obviously, you know, Justin did put his order in, but Justin has such a big turnover of stock, right? Why can't he have them? Why can't they go, right, we'll reserve that much for him? It's mental. Absolutely mental. But not just that, if Justin doesn't have it in, he can order it in for you. As long as GW let him have it, that is. Meanwhile, we're still waiting for ours because it's pre-order for us. Allocation with not just GW, but a lot of places have been restricted this year. No, I get that, but it's the fact that he put his order in within 10 minutes of the order pad going out. But because his sales rep was on holiday, it wasn't even looked at until Wednesday. Which by the time you get to Wednesday, everybody else has already ordered and there was nothing left for Justin. I don't know what happened with Blood Bowl because obviously his sales rep wasn't even on holiday. But they gave him 1 copy of Blood Bowl. Yet I've seen other independents down south in pictures on Facebook. They've got like 3 and 4 copies of Blood Bowl just sat there. But Justin gets 1 copy. You'd think that one of their biggest buyers in the Northeast they would automatically... Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Krabby. Anyway, rant over. So, these Ynnead models we are working on for one of my Patreons. And this is a commission of the entire triumvirate. So, Yvrain, the Vizark, and the Incarn. Or what you're ranting about. The fact that the local store doesn't get any allocation. Yeah, that's bull. I know my local in West Midlands confirmed an order with the Magic the Gathering of 3 cases. They only got allocated half a case in the end. Yep. So like Justin put his order in within 10 minutes of the order pad going out to suppliers on Monday morning. Yet because his buyer or sales rep was on holiday, it never got looked at until Wednesday. And on Wednesday they went, oh yeah, there's only these 5 sets available. He actually only got 3 different ones, but he got 2 of one, 2 of another, and 1 of a third one. Out of 8 different ones, he got 3 and only a quantity of 5. He didn't even get any Blood Angel dice. And there was at least 4 local lads all wanting dice, one of which was me. I suspect David Bell probably wanted one. And there's a couple of other Blood Angel players. Carl probably wanted them. And it's just the fact that they didn't even bother looking or allocating his order until the Wednesday when his sales rep got back. And like the week before, he got 1 copy of Blood Bowl. He's not even a store, it's much more than that. It's the hobby hub of the Northeast. Exactly. He runs like 30 to 36 man events. When he's able to, of course, because of COVID. But like the gaming tables and stuff, like I would far rather go there than Warhammer World. Yes, Warhammer World has the Forge World store right there. It's Forge World, right? You can order it and get it within 2 or 3 days. He doesn't have the themed tables like what Warhammer World does, and he doesn't have Bugman's. But it's local, and you get 90% of the experience. I mean, don't get me wrong, everybody should go to Warhammer World once. But to travel, to just game, no. Yeah, I didn't even know he existed until lockdown, so never had the opportunity to drop in yet. Have a few games pre-arranged for normal times. Yeah, absolutely. And like, me and a lot of the other local lads have done our best to try and keep him afloat. Obviously, I did that video showing, look, people can order from him. He does do delivery. He's right there. He has confirmed, though, that from the 2nd of December, you can go into the shop to buy stuff, but you can't just go in to hang out and browse. Forge World store being right there, you go sad back. See, I look at the Forge World stuff and I just go, like, I've got Forge World stuff there. Right, I have. But surprisingly, most of it is Sigmar stuff. Isn't there a newsagent over the road? Bottle of White Lightning counts as Bugman's, right? Sitting in the car park drinking some wine and cider and stuff, I'm sure. Lucy's just shouted from the bedroom. That's hilarious. Tesco's there as well. You could probably get a crate. Get yourself some party poppers and the cake in there as well, eh? And McDonald's is over the road. Have a couple of burgers. I hope that we drop a tier soon so that he can... Mate, it's crazy that we are in tier 3. Our cases have gone down and down and down for 3 weeks. I've been wanting to get paid to buy my Death Guard army. Tesco is far too classy. Lads' night out on the cheap, I'm sure. What he also does as well, or he was starting to do, was the upstairs. Because it's 8 tables and it's kind of private in comparison to the rest of the store, he was actually hiring the upstairs out for parties, like, you know, groups of people that want to have like a narrative day, or Ian was actually planning my stag do there. There was going to be quite a few of us going over and just playing games all day. Unfortunately, that didn't happen because of COVID. And I sat here for my stag do. I still had fun, so... Right, I'm pretty happy with that red. I wish I could go to Battle Bunker, but to travel there by train is like 132 for return. Yeah, if you're not local, it is a lot. I seen he was going to be doing narrative stuff. That's definitely something I'm interested in. Yeah, he was going to start doing Crusade, but then obviously we had to shut back down. For those that are interested as well, I used to run and will be running when I'm able to. The last Friday of every month, I tend to run like a narrative or really ridiculous, like kind of hang out and get together night. So one of the ones that we did is Ian brought his Warlord Titan down, his Reaver and his Warhound, and basically I just told people, look, just turn up with some Titanic units and we'll just see if we can kill his Warlord and stuff. And there was I think I had like 18 knights on my side, and we had a Fellblade. Nathan turned up with 3 monoliths, and you know what? It was really, really cool. Oh man, I'd love to get involved in that when we can. Yeah, exactly. That's the kind of nights that I try to run. I did a beginner night where it was just like a 750 point kind of round robin that I ran. I did one night. We did an all flyers night. So basically, we chased people around a gigantic board. It was actually about 18 foot long by 6 foot wide. Going to bounce off. No worries, Valrak. Look after yourself, man. Sent you a DM on Facebook. Good night. Yeah, no worries, man. I'm going to go and grab a drink, folks. I will be right back very soon. Do not go anywhere.
Evacuation complete. Evacuation complete. Complete. 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 Evacuation complete.
What a top be right back screen. Yeah, man. Was doing the audio as well, because I don't normally stream to YouTube, so I've had to use a different OBS. Cuts to Austin Powers taking the Classic League. It was nice. Yeah, man, that's awesome. That was totally Mitch's as well. I stole it from Mitch. Credit Insipid Hale 7 on Twitch for that. But yeah, you guys that are watching us over on YouTube, make sure you go and follow us on Twitch, guys, because we don't normally stream to YouTube. We do hobby streams on Twitch on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. I'll get you on Twitch, mate. Got to shoot us my way. Yeah, no worries, Krabby. Thanks very much, man. Mitch has been here a while, Rubble Raider. He just hasn't said much. Unless he shot off, that was. Oh, I've just realised I've missed tons of music. Do. I've been here the whole time, but I'm doing some housekeeping on your computer so you can download more STL files. Haven't used Twitch since they removed the chat options on there. There was a chat option? I didn't know that. The app, not the website. You can chat on the app, you know. I sit in people's chats on my phone when I'm in the bath. Unless I'm thinking of something completely different. You can type chat, but you can't hold a group call. I didn't even know that was a thing on Twitch. And I've been streaming on Twitch like 2 years now, and I never knew that was a thing. On their app it was, but they took it off. Oh well. Guess I can't miss what I didn't know existed. I've got more Blood Angels I need to paint, Mitch. I've got some more Centurions I need to paint up. I've got Chaplain on bike, Chaplain, Terminator Chaplain, Judicia and Tech Marine. And then of course next week I'll have 2 Gladiators to get on with as well. Just saw the photos of the armies in parade ground. Can't wait to see the report. Yeah, it is edited Rubble Raider. I just haven't uploaded it because, like I said, I can't upload at the same time, unfortunately, which is crazy, but it is what it is. See the update for Death Guard when seeing the instruction pictures for some of the units and seeing what the balance they do. Have I tried out the new Army Painter dry brushes? No. I use GW brushes for my dry brush, and I use Winsor & Newton Series 7 most of the time to paint with. Yeah, I haven't used them. Mainly because it's rare I replace brushes. I go through dry brushes like the clap. Red dry brush, red only dry brush, older dry brush, newer dry brush. That's it. Normal brushes I've had. Wow. I honestly think the MBH's Mythic Blight Haul is going to Ballistic Skill 3 Plus. With more attacks, they won't be able to get taken in units. Yeah. Yeah. I think that as well. If that is the case. I got loads of my own stuff painted last week. Like, I was really happy with the progress I got done last week, but I just haven't had the drive this week. I was ill Wednesday and Thursday, and I just didn't have the energy to do anything. So I didn't get much done this week, unfortunately. After deployment, they're separate units. Yeah, good shout. I'm still ploughing through it all, but much slower than usual. Finding it hard to get motivated. And there's no coming battles to look forward to. Yeah, totally agree. Am I looking forward to the hotness of Sigvald's return? My only hope it can be useful for both demons and humans. I hope so. I never really got into Warhammer Fantasy before End Times and stuff, so I don't really know much about them anyway. But yeah, the model's really cool. And yeah, I'll probably pick them up. At the minute, like, there's so much that I want to get painted, and I just feel like I haven't got enough time. And I want to enjoy my painting as well, but I'll be honest, like, I'm really burnt out on Blood Angels. But I want to do my army overview showing off my entire collection. But I need to finish the few models that I've got to complete the collection. So I need to finish this other box of Centurions that I've got here. And I need to finish these chaplains and stuff off. But like, I just don't want to paint chaplains. And I don't want to paint the Tech Marine. As for motivation due to painting, I can't be asked to paint anything at the moment, so you're more ahead than with my sisters. I've got a bag of them that I haven't even put together. We've got the Shadow and Pain box there, and I haven't built it. Just because I've got other stuff that I need to work on. Rakath flesh, and then gold. Right, your Vraina's getting put to one side for the moment. You've got a monolith coming that'll take you about 8 months to paint. I haven't even ordered a monolith. Then I mentioned the bag was black bag plus the army box, around 3,000 points just sat there. I think you mentioned that before. Or somebody said something about sisters before. I mean the bin bag. Fair enough. But yeah, we filmed another game of Sigmar as well. I need to edit that, so I'm hoping to do that tomorrow. And that should be up online for early access for Patreons and YouTube members on Monday morning. The schedule's a little bit off because, you know, GW sends me stuff. And whilst I would love to have all the time in the world to, you know, film and edit and record, I have to work full time as well. And it's been a crazy busy week at work. So when I have finished this week, I haven't been in the best of moods. Like I said, I didn't feel very well either, so I haven't really gotten as much done as I would have liked this week. But that will come out very soon. Slanesh is all put together, sub-assembly, but that's as far as it goes. Yeah, being ill is a real motivation killer. Yeah, and especially like when I've had to work my bollocks off for work because it's month end as well. So I had to have all my month end reports ready yesterday, but I can't do the reports till all the invoices are processed. And getting 15,000 tonne of stone delivered to site equals lots of invoices. But it's just been that relentless for about 2 months now, and it's really hard to keep on top of. But I've got to, because year end is, I've got like 3 weeks left at work before we break up, and in that time obviously we've got to keep up to date with everything, get everything processed, ready for when we break up on the 19th. And at that point, before the 19th, I've got to do that week's plant report, the following week's plant report, and the plant report for week ending the, I think it's the 2nd or 3rd of January. So that basically everything is done and approved prior to us breaking up over Christmas. End of month and I'm gonna be arresting. But yeah, I do need to build the Daughters of Cain stuff for Lucy and get them painted. So the sash around his waist is also Rakath flesh. Oh, the horror painting straight from the pot. How do you, Harry? Hope you keep my house in your house. Thanks, Jez. Yes, painting straight from the pot because that's how I paint. House is good. Upload speed for internet is terrible. But otherwise, everything else is good. Thank you very much for asking. I hope you're all okay as well. Can you not long moved house yourself, just trying to find the motivation to paint again? Yeah, it's... I mean, I presume you're still working, Jez, because you're a teacher, aren't you? Whereas I've been working from home. I spent 4 hours in the office this week. That's it. The rest of the time I spent right here. It starts to get you a lot. And, yeah. The last week or two has been really hard for both me and Lucy. We've really struggled with being kind of stuck in. Let's go for a grey. The one disappointment about the Melius Iron skill is actually doesn't give you Blood Sisters as battle line, so still suck. Yep, I agree. Hopefully that changes if we get a new book. But yes, I completely agree 100% with that statement. Oh, that's splitting. That's not good. Dun 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 dun. Because the Iron Scale and Marathi plus 2 attacks on a unit of 20 sisters is stupid. 6 attacks from one model. Fun times. And then you use Witch Brew and then Catechism of Murder. So any 6s count as 2 hits. And I think there's something else as well if your bravery is higher. So you run them in the new Xanath Kai temple, gives them +1 bravery. I think that makes them bravery 9. And then their attacks become 2 damage each if your bravery is higher than the opponent's, which is just nuts. And they've got a command ability to give the unit an extra attack on top of the one from Marathi. Yep. Yep. With Mind Razor. Yes, Mind Razor is the one I'm thinking of. Oh yeah, Mind Razor decreases the bravery, doesn't it? Yes. With the amount of attacks they can now get, I can understand why they changed Crystal Touch to an ability now instead. And I think Stalker's going up 20 points, but getting an extra shot each, whilst the leader does no longer get +1 to hit, was still fine. I wonder how long it'll be before the Eradicators get the nerf back. I'm guessing about 3 weeks after the box set is released, probably. Makes me want to start Daughters until I remember that I built and painted my friend's army, and then I think I'm good. Remembering the cauldrons sent should... Yeah, I battled through 2 cauldrons. I battled through 20 witches, and Lucy very, very kindly did the last 10. The snakes are okay because I can airbrush the bottom halves of them, but the top halves are still a bit of a chore. Dun, 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 dun. Oh bless, I did 120 witches, 60 sisters, 5 cauldrons, Marathi, 40 snakes and 20 harpies. Yes, I do not envy you in the slightest. think we've got 20 harpies all together, but 5 are painted, 5 are half painted. You regretted your life so much, I bet. That's just like painting suicide, that, man. Oh, itchy. Hey, C. James, how's it going? Right. Got the money for doing it. Oh, it was tainted. Have you ever tried golden acrylics? Their interface paints are amazing. I've never heard of them. I know the Scale 75 metallics are fantastic. I've got a couple of their golds, and we've got a metallic purple and metallic pink. And I needed the brown. And then the ones around the waist. The artist quality acrylics, they come in heavy body, liquid and high flow. the interface line basically a pearlescent pigment in clear medium that when airbrush gives a coloured shine to things. Wow. That's what I found happens if you use the flip paints from Green Stuff World. I use the Toxic Purple, for example, over the top of some white on the Daughters of Cain models. So what I did is I sprayed all of the tails black. I then sprayed like the white kind of belly skin, and then when I sprayed the flip paint over the top of that, as well as the black, obviously the black was at one colour and the skin turned another colour, and it was a really, really nice contrast. Right, so I'm not going to paint all the gold yet with this, because I'm just going to do the bits that I can actually paint and then highlight, because there's a lot of gold pieces in here. So I'll need to actually paint them after I've dry brushed and highlighted all the feathers. Use both the Green Stuff World and Vallejo colour shift paint. They're good for different things. Yeah. No, but had fun chilling. Hope the rest of the stream goes well. Thank you very much, Rebel Raider, and I'll hopefully catch you very soon. And probably see you in like Nick or Mitch's stream or something soon. I will be streaming again tomorrow night from around 7 PM. As we'll be back to normal Sunday night streaming. Like I said, the schedule this week's been a little bit muddled up. So the one's on his ankles first. Shifters from Vallejo. Don't want to start. Oh god, yeah. I mean, I have that stuff from Green Stuff World, but I got that before all of that. I don't particularly like the way they went around things. And like, I know they issued an apology afterwards, but like, it shouldn't have come to that. Shifters are better for building up colour faster. Green stuff 1 is more better if you want to do more translucent effects. Yeah, that's what I meant by when I like sprayed it over the white of the belly skin. It made a very, very different effect, like a pearly kind of purple tinted pearl for like the belly flesh of the snakes. Do 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 do. Right, I think I'm going to call it a night, guys. I've been going for a couple hours now. I'm pretty happy with the progress that I've getting done. I will be back tomorrow night at 7 PM GMT, so 22 hours time for anybody not watching from England. We will be on Twitch, folks, not YouTube. So thank you very much, of course, if you've joined us. If you're watching this back on YouTube, make sure you go and follow us over on Twitch. And we will catch you guys very, very soon. Thank you very much indeed for tuning in. And we'll see you all again very soon.